Did you feel that some of your identity of being this head coach, left when you kind of moved roles, and how did you deal with that?
100%. And I don't want to keep going back to it, but that's part of this mental battle I've had, with my mental health for years, because when I injured my back, I was told I could never do it again. And it's always been my thing, I opened my first gym in 1995 in London, and it's all I've ever done. And it's always, I believe, I've ever been good at. I left school with no qualifications, learning difficulties. So I became a martial artist, and, I was so afraid when I injured my back that, what am I going to do now? Where's my identity gone? It was the thing. I was this black belt martial artist, I used to fight and teach, and then it's gone. That's my identity. You're exactly right. And I felt empty, and that was a huge struggle for me. And then when I got to a point with Wimp to Warrior, it's kind of 2 points. It's not because I just traveled, but I got to a point where my back, I had an operation. I've got disc replacements and bars and stuff in my back. I knew that I was on a clock. I'd get to a point where, day-to-day coaching just isn't. I can't do it physically, and I want to give people the best I can give them on the mat. And I got to a point where I couldn't do that anymore. So that was very hard for me. But traveling to gyms and being the guest coach, is fantastic. But the biggest thing I miss is the connection you have with people that you train. Because when you guest coach, you go to visit people, it's, people excited to see you and you train them, and I love it. But I'm so jealous of the coaches that are there on a day-to-day basis that have that connection and see people's journey, because that's the thing I miss. I miss seeing someone on day one and then what they do on the Wimp to Warrior program at the end of that, and knowing that you had a real part of their journey it will literally change their life, and being involved with that journey is something that's the biggest part I miss. I really do miss it, and I miss it now, and I miss it every day. And I call myself the international head coach, but realistically, I don't get to coach that much anymore, and that's something that does really bother me, and it's something I still deal with daily.